So hi, I'm Aniket Parikh, Managing Director at Stallen South Asia. We're a veterinary pharmaceutical firm with a bunch of different verticals, primarily focused in the poultry space, with a branch that deals with livestock, which is cattle, swine, and goat. What we do is we're in the manufacturing space. We make feed additives, we make pharmaceuticals, as well as we're in the business of importing and distributing vaccines across India, with some exports in the Indian subcontinent with our local sales teams, and an export via distributors globally. So we first went on to SAP. When you start exploring that option of moving on to SAP, you have all these different modules, different versions of SAP. HANA, you have the lower end one, which is I think for small and medium-sized enterprises. Then we had a SAP partner that would help us with this implementation. Then the partner recommended to us a couple of different companies that help with the hosting service. You have the big dogs like Amazon, now Google, and then you have some of the smaller Indian companies, and then you have the very small companies or you have the option of having your own servers, which is obviously very expensive and almost unaffordable for a company of our size. That's when ESDS was presented to us as an option to explore. So it's very interesting with ESDS, it's not just a very basic IT company. I think, in my opinion, I'm not being paid to say this, but it's a little bit more than that. They offer, some of the jargon goes above my head, but a blend of online, offline, cloud-based, pay as you need, not necessarily you have to buy a fixed space or a fixed server plan. So in that sense, ESDS was interesting. It also had its server, I believe, at that point in Nashik, which is relatively nearby as compared to some of the other ones I were in Bangalore and in other places. The uptime, the technology they presented, and the solutions they offered. And to be honest, it was also one of the only companies that offered me the solution I needed without building in a lot of jargon and corporate language to just fluff it up. So with ESDS, I like the module that I was offered, which was sort of a pay-as-you-go and pay for what you only need or use, which I prefer rather than, someone says, oh, the minimum requirement is 2 terabytes. But hey, I don't need 2 terabytes. Why should I pay for that? So I'll pay as much as I'm using, easy scalability, and honestly, small company, I like to work with a company that gives off that small company vibe. So you have someone you can physically pick up the phone and talk to, instead of an Amazon where you have to go create a ticket. Some guy will call you up from, I don't know, Singapore or even Malaysia. At their time, it's difficult. It's all very automated. So, it's been maybe 3 years that we've now worked with ESDS, I believe. And in 3 years, we've had, 2 days of downtime, which if you do a percentage, it's 365 into 3 and put 2 over that, it's not much. Okay, it happens with everyone, it's machines, it's humans, we'll make mistakes, there's going to be things that go wrong. Don't think anyone's going to give you 100%. So, 2 days over 3 years, we can live with that. It's been fine, but they're very proactive, almost to a point where it's irritating. They'll call you up at 2 a.m. saying it's down, sir. So we had to tell them, guys, it's okay, 2 a.m. we're not working, you can do it tomorrow morning, but let's get it going. Having that one point of contact to call up and be like, hi, kya ho gaya, and them working on it, expediting, helping you solve it. There's always somebody in Nashik at the call center, at the support team. You raise a ticket based on your stress level or urgency. They're pretty fast in terms of resolving the issue so far. We've had a couple of different relationship managers, and barring maybe one, the rest have been all fantastic so far. So now obviously, having an online server has helped us integrate all our facilities. In a very long shot of a way, we've been able to make a couple of positions redundant because now you don't need people pushing around paper. We've made things online, we've got things up to real time, things are getting checked, things are getting approved no matter where you are, what you're doing. All our facilities are talking to each other through this system. We've developed web apps for our sales team to use, which also then integrate through SAP on the ESDS server. So, we've realistically brought our marketing and sales team onto a cloud-based solution, integrated them with the accounts team, with our outstanding, a collection, and at the backbone of all of it, ESDS is hosting it for us.